The Fulani creation story. At the beginning, there was a huge drop of milk. Then Doondari came and he created the stone. Then stone created iron, and iron created fire, and fire created water, and water created air. Then Doondari descended a second time, and he took the 5 elements, and he shaped them into man. But man was proud. Then Doondari created blindness, and blindness defeated man. But when blindness became too proud, Doondari created sleep, and sleep defeated blindness. But when sleep became too proud, Doondari created worry, and worry defeated sleep. But when worry became too proud, Doondari created death, and death defeated worry. But when death became too proud, Doondari descended for the 3rd time, and he came as Gueno, the Eternal One, and Gueno defeated death. The poem you just read is the Fulani creation story. This is one of the many creation myths which exists. This video will appreciate the poem, talk about the themes, the forms and structure, and some literary devices in the poem. Poetry appreciation. Doondari, who is the creator, is portrayed as a powerful being. At the beginning, there was a huge drop of milk. Among the Fulanis, milk is a staple food since they are a cattle-rearing tribe that has benefited from milk throughout generations. The mention of milk in the first line shows how important milk is in the life of the Fulani. Now let's go on to the stone. The stone is the first thing created on Doondari's arrival. Among the Fulanis, the stone plays a major role in grinding millets to be added to milk. Now let's look at this line. Then Doondari descended the 2nd time. The use of the word descended shows Doondari is in a higher place and can come and go as he pleases. He also made man with all the elements. This makes man a unique and complex creature. But man was proud, and Doondari had to do something about it. He then plagued man with blindness, sleep, worry, and death to create some form of a balance. Then Doondari descended for the 3rd time. When he realized that none of his creations could bring the harmony he wanted, he had to intervene and defeat death. Doondari's ability to defeat death shows how powerful he is. Now let's look at the form and structure of the poem. The poem is a free verse which has 21 lines with no rhymes. The language used is simple and easy to understand. Now let's move on to some literary devices in the poem. First one I would like to talk about is repetition. The poem uses a lot of repetitions to create emphasis in many of its lines. Example, words like created, proud, worry, sleep, and blindness are repeated in the poem. Now let's move on to alliteration. The use of alliteration is seen in the line 17, death defeated, and line 18, 3rd time. Now let's move on to the 3rd literary device, personification. Personification is used in some of the lines. But when sleep became too proud, but when worry became too proud, and in the line, but when death became too proud. In the above lines, sleep, worry, and death are all non-human, but have been given a human attribute, which is pride. Let's now explore some of the themes in the poem. Number 1. Man is a complex creature made to serve his creator. Failure to do so can result in negative consequences. Number 2. Doondari is all-powerful as he was able to defeat death. Number 3. Pride can bring about one's downfall. Now you can read about the downfall of Satan in the Bible and compare it to this creation story. Some questions and answers on the Fulani creation story. Question number 1. What is the subject matter of the Fulani creation story? Answer. The fall of man and his struggles with his creator. 2. What caused the fall of man? Answer. Pride. 3. What did Doondari use to create man? He used the 5 elements, which is stone, iron, fire, water, and air. Question 4. How many stanzas has the poem? The answer is 1 stanza. Question number 5. Gueno is also called. Answer. The Eternal One. Question number 6. What does the milk symbolize? It symbolizes the life force which gives man strength and vitality. And then the last question. What makes the poem interesting? In my opinion, the poem is written in a form of a story. It has a beginning, then we have the conflict, and then finally a climax. This makes the story more interesting. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this video. Consider subscribing, liking, and commenting on this video. And I'll see you in the next. Salute.